The time for action has arrived.
I apologize for all the background noise, but whatever, because I need to say this, and I need to say it quick. I never thought after Donald Trump left I would ever feel shame at my country. I never thought I would ever feel embarrassed to be American. But now, here we are again. And I'm going to say it, and I don't give a damn what it makes me sound like. I am 100% ashamed to be an American. You might be asking why. Over the last 2 weeks, we've been seeing videos and tweets about attacking members of Congress in the United States Congress who happen to be of Muslim descent or of the Muslim faith. Lauren Boebert, you already seen the videos by now, especially the new one that was released a couple of days ago or a day ago, I can't remember, where she still attacks members of Congress who are Muslim, Ilhan Omar, Rashid Tlaib, calling them the Jihad Squad and black-hearted and evil, saying that if they have backpacks, they're terrorists. And instead of doing something about it, condemning these people, the Republican leadership has done nothing. McCarthy, I'm talking about you, you punk. Coward. Punk coward. Plain simple. And when people actually, and Republicans and anyone tries to say anything about this, their hound dog, Mary Jean Taylor Greene, goes out and attacks them. Nancy Mace tried to condemn their what they said. Mary Jean Taylor Greene goes on the attack, calling her trash of the GOP conference, saying on Twitter that she was never attacked by Democrats or rhinos, same thing, because she's not a conservative, she's pro-abort, as in pro-abortion, I guess. Mace, you can back off of Lauren Boebert or just hang out with your real gal pals, the Jihad Squad. You're out of your league. And what does the GOP leadership do? What does Mike McCarthy do? Nothing. Oh, they'll do some platitudes like, you need to stop this, but I ain't going to do nothing. But when it comes to actually doing something about them, they say nothing. And the screams have gotten so loud from Boebert and from Greene that people are actually calling her office, Ilhan Omar's office. What I'm about to play to you is a press conference via C-SPAN. And the video, first off, viewer discretion advised because you're going to hear some very ugly stuff. If you can hear it clearly, because it's obviously being played on a tape recorder. But a Donald Trump supporter, no doubt, is responsible for this phone call. More of that in a few moments, but let's listen to the phone call.
I myself have reported hundreds of threats on my life, often triggered by Republican attacks on my faith. And this week, once again, we saw another increase. I'm going to play you a voicemail that we received hours after I got off the phone with Representative Boebert after she posted her video.
We see you, Muslim son nigger bitch. We know what you're up to. You're all about taking over the country. Don't worry, there's plenty that will love the opportunity to take you off the face of this fucking earth. Come get it, bitch, you fucking Muslim piece of shit, you jihadist. We know what you are. You're a fucking traitor. You will not live much longer, bitch. I can almost guarantee you that we the people are rising up, and you will be tried for a military tribunal, and you will be found guilty.
For those of you who did not hear it very well, let me read you what the voicemail says. We see you, sand N-word bitch. We know what you are up to. You are all about taking over our country. Don't worry, there is plenty that would love the opportunity to take you off the face of this effing earth. Come get it. But you are effing Muslim piece of shit. You are jihadist. We know what you are. You are effing traitor, and you will not live any longer. Condemning this should not be a partisan issue. This is about our basic humanity and fundamental rights of religious freedom enshrined in our Constitution. Yet while some members of the Republican Party have condemned this, to date, the Republican Party leadership has done nothing to hold their members accountable. It is time for the Republican Party to actually do something, to confront anti-Muslim hatred in its ranks and hold those who perpetuate it accountable.
Right now, I'm calling for the expulsion of Lauren Boebert, especially Marjorie Taylor Greene, Paul Gosar, any Republican who hasn't said word one about this. I'm calling for all of their resignations or their expulsions from Congress. I'm calling for them because they don't have the guts to do something about this. And if you don't have the guts to do anything about it, that shows to me one thing, that you support it. You act like this whole thing is just some kind of stupid schoolyard thing. It's not. We just heard a threat to kill a United States congresswoman. Not because she's an enemy to the United States, not because she's a traitor, because she happens to be of Muslim descent. Islamic descent, if you want to be technical. All because she's Muslim. That's the only reason why they are attacking her. And frankly, it is making me sick to my goddamn stomach to call myself an American and to call these people fellow Americans. Boebert and the rest of those clowns. The race squad. Yeah, that's the perfect name for you guys. Since you want to lump people together, I'm calling you the race squad. Because you're a bunch of racists in the Republican Party. But let's look at who is really responsible for this, shall we?
So Representative Omar blamed the United States for the terrorist attacks on our country, saying that terrorism is a reaction to our involvement in other people's affairs. Her colleague, Representative Rashida Tlaib, agreed with Omar's characterization of 9/11 and said that members of Congress who support Israel forgot what country they represent. Cortez said that illegal immigrants are more American than any person who seeks to keep them out ever will be. Can you believe that? That's what she's saying. She described contemporary America, that's you, that's me, that's all of us, as garbage. We're garbage. And they're so angry. Even yesterday, they went on the stage. I said, let me watch this. And the anger, they were trying to be nice, but it's hard. It's hard for them to do that.
You guessed it. Donald fucking Trump. These tweets are what set the stage for what happened today, what's happening now. Of course, these tweets talking about, obviously, Ilhan Omar, but also Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and Anna Presley, and Rashid Tlaib. All the women of color, all them Democrats. It has to be some kind of ironic moment that the very people that Laura Boebert, I don't give a damn how you say your name, I don't care, Mary Jean Taylor Greene and the rest of the Republican Party are targeting, because Donald Trump is the one who targeted them. Now, Trump's going to get his sooner or later. That's a given. But right now, Mary Jean Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, Paul Gosar, in fact, every single Republican that has been complacent with all of this needs to be removed and expelled from the Congress and Senate. Because right now, those who don't speak out against this, there's only one message they're sending. They're totally okay with all of it. They're okay with racism. They're okay with things like this happening. They're okay with people, Americans, calling up American congressmen and women, posting threats about killing them, or having fantasies about their kangaroo tribunals or whatever the crap this guy said. I can't even remember. Anyway, this is what makes me ashamed to be American. Because in the past, we used to fight against stuff like this. But now it's being encouraged and not punished. If this were a black man, and I hate to use the race angle, but if this were a black man who said these things about a white congresswoman, threatening to kill a white congresswoman, you would bet your bottom dollar that the person making those threats would be arrested, investigated, and charged. That is the reality, and that is what makes me sick in this country. We've given every single excuse for things like this to happen. So she's a Muslim. So what? I'm a Christian. Doesn't make me any more or less of a scumbag than Taylor Greene or Lauren Boebert. In fact, it makes them 10 times worse. And that is why I'm ashamed to be an American. Because of crap like this going unpunished. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.